Amidst a wave of changes set to redefine the political landscape in the United States, Donald Trump has already started shaping his new presidential team with significant decisions. One of the most striking moves is the appointment of Chris Wright, a seasoned oil and gas executive, as the head of the Energy Department. Known for his outspoken views on climate change, Wright's skepticism aligns seamlessly with Trump's vision of bolstering fossil fuel production, a direction that is bound to provoke concern among environmental advocates. While President Joe Biden's administration has emphasized combating climate change and fostering renewable energy initiatives, this shift signals a dramatic pivot. The tension between the outgoing and incoming administrations couldn't be more palpable, underscored by Biden's final meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping at the Asia-Pacific Summit in Peru. With Biden's tenure drawing to a close, his administration aimed to set a cooperative tone with China, emphasizing the importance of managing U.S.-China relations and mutual differences responsibly. Yet, the clock is ticking, and the transition of power is already shifting the global stage. Trump's return to office brings renewed uncertainty, particularly in foreign and climate policies. His rhetoric suggests a tough, uncompromising stance on China, a sentiment mirrored by key figures he's assembling around him. Notably, political hawks like Marco Rubio and Michael Waltz, known for their hardline views, signal that the next administration will prioritize America First policies with heightened scrutiny on Beijing. This move complicates Xi's attempts to extend an olive branch, as China braces for what might be an era of escalated economic tensions. Rubio, who's under Chinese sanctions, embodies the sharp divergence in how Trump's leadership plans to approach Sino-American relations. Despite the cautious diplomacy showcased by Biden in Lima, seeking to demonstrate that cooperation between the two superpowers remains essential, Trump's ascension may disrupt this delicate balance. Xi Jinping's willingness to collaborate during the transition hints at a pragmatic approach. However, Trump's history with China is marked by aggressive posturing, including proposed tariffs and sanctions that left ripples throughout global markets. When it comes to the energy sector, Trump's selection of Wright as energy secretary sends a stark message. Wright, who helms a major fracking enterprise, has been vocal about dismissing the mainstream narrative of a climate emergency. His appointment underscores Trump's intent to dismantle regulatory barriers and reinvigorate the oil and gas industry, an agenda diametrically opposed to the policies pursued under Biden. This decision is likely to alarm climate advocates, given the undeniable link between fossil fuel emissions and global warming. Critics argue that Trump's drill baby drill strategy may embolden other nations, including China, to deprioritize climate goals. However, for Beijing, Trump's bold moves could paradoxically play into their hands. By framing the U.S. as disinterested in climate leadership, China could strengthen its influence among developing nations, positioning itself as a reliable partner for the global South. Trump's critics suggest that while his strategy appeals to parts of his domestic base, it risks undermining the credibility of American democracy on the world stage and its role as a global leader. Trump's supporters view these choices as commitments to revitalize the economy and maintain energy independence. Yet, hurdles remain. Senate confirmation hearings are expected to be contentious, even with a Republican majority. Figures like Matt Gaetz, who have been embroiled in past controversies, could become points of friction. The potential for bypassing traditional confirmation processes through recess appointments looms, depending on the will of Senate Majority Leader John Thune. While Thune isn't openly anti-Trump, his history of challenging Trump's election denials adds a layer of unpredictability. Other cabinet posts still await announcement, with particular curiosity around Trump's approach to the Department of Education. His prior administration, led by Betsy DeVos, pursued a vision of reducing federal oversight in education. Now, speculation abounds on whether Trump will even appoint a leader for the department or prioritize devolving control to states and local governments.